So, this is the story of the first time I got ghosted. Now, ghosting, for those of you who don't know, is when someone cuts you out of their life completely, and you never hear from them again, and you're left to wonder what happened and what you did. Now, if you wonder why I'm looking like this, it's because I'm in my hammock. I'm out on the road taking a long walk, a few days, and I'm camping in my hammock. You are hearing a road half a kilometer out of the way here. But I'm going to tell you the story. So, it starts in 1992. So this is pre-internet, pre-Facebook, pre-all these things. And I'm on a language exchange trip with Rotary, which is an international sort of club. So I'm matched together with this kid. Well, I'm a kid, so that checks out. Living in Vancouver in Canada. His name is Mike. Me and there's a batch of these Swedish kids, 4 of us in total, going to 4 different people in the Vancouver area. And we hang out a bit, and Mike is a great kid. We go on adventures and do all sorts of things. And then after about a month, we head off to Sweden, where the other Canadians are going as well, and then we do pretty much the same things here. We do silly things and hang out and go on adventures. Now, one of the people that was the host of one of the other people that came from Sweden, her name was Jennifer. And she and her sister played host to these 2 Swedish girls. And me and Jennifer hung out a bit, and she was a very lovely person. I really enjoyed her company. So once the trip to Sweden was over, we exchanged addresses and we started corresponding. That is, writing letters to one another. We did that back in those days. This is before email, before FaceTime, before Twitter. Makes me sound really old. Anyway, so we wrote letters to one another, and hers would take about 2 weeks to get to me, and mine would take about a week to get to her because of the way that the Canadian post office was set up sort of poorly. And we wrote back and forth. I think she might have called me at one point as well. It got horribly expensive, obviously. And then after about 2 years, I guess it must have been in '94. It was decided that I was going to go visit her, which was something, quite cool. So I bought a ticket for Vancouver and went over. Long plane trip. I was sick all the way there. I landed the day they were chasing O.J. Simpson through Los Angeles. It was a car chase. It was on TV. And we hung out. We had lots of great fun. And that's where the story is. I would like to end it there, but that's not what happened. So I was going to be there for 3 weeks, something like that. And after about 3-4 days, I noticed that Jennifer was acting weird, and she wouldn't hang out, wouldn't go on any fun trips with me or anything like that. And after a few more days, she completely shut down. And she wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't even say hello. Now, she lived with her parents, and I lived in one of the guest rooms. And her entire family did this weird thing. Her mom, severely so. Her sister, her dad was a bit better. And I was baffled. I didn't know what I did. I still, to this day, don't know what I did. Or didn't. Might have been something I didn't do. But anyway, so I just went on with my trip. I was in a foreign country. I had very limited funds. So I just set off on a walk each day. I just walked for half a day. Found something to eat, and then turned around and tried to find my way back. And I did that for like 2 weeks. The only person that actually talked to me was Jennifer's sister's boyfriend. He was a nice guy. Anyway, after roughly 2 weeks, Jennifer had started to sort of come around. Maybe she would say hi at least when I met her in her own house. And I think that the boyfriend of the sister drove me to the airport, and he said something to the effect of, "Well, they're weird like that. Leave it alone." And I wrote her a letter when I got home, and I said, what happened there, and what's going on. Didn't get a response. And I wrote another letter, and I got no response. And I wrote another letter, and I got no response. And then I called her, and she said, "Maybe I'll tell you one day." And 6 months passed, and I wrote another letter, and I got no reply. And then 10 years passed. 10 years. And I wrote her a letter, and I said, I really liked you. I'm baffled by what happened, and I'd like to know what I did wrong, and I apologize for whatever it is that I did, but I would love to know what happened. And I still did not get a response. It's gone. I've been ghosted twice more. Once by what is quite possibly the loveliest person that I knew at the time. I think I know what I did at that point. I apologize for that, and I have apologized, but she's gone. And it's happened quite recently with one of my best friends who's now completely shut me out of her life. It's unsettling being ghosted. You are left without a sense of closure, and it's uncomfortable. But that's the stuff that you can think of this fine summer solstice night. And, well, that's my story anyway. I wanted to share it with you. I've been mulling it over as I've been walking today. If you have your own ghosting stories, please feel free. Share away. And I'll see you another time. Take care now.